forgotten over the state's Diaspora Focal Point Officers Summit? Well, I haven't either. On today's edition, we bring you several situation reports, and I bet you do not want to miss any of these. There is no doubt that Nigerians are indeed their brother's keepers. It is my greatest delight to share with you one of our very own international footballers who gave back to his society. This is your favorite program, The Diaspora, and I am your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. Please stay tuned. Since the birth of the state's Diaspora Focal Point Officers last year, up until the second summit which took place weeks back, to effectively engage the diaspora at the grassroots level, the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, has been receiving great reports from its officials. Do sit back, relax, and be informed.
In line with the federal government's establishment of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Anambra State Governor Dr. Willie Obiano was inspired to create the Ministry of Diaspora Affairs, and that was in 2016, the first governor to give diaspora a full-blown ministry. And I am the third commissioner to head that ministry. And the ministry is doing a lot. Our vision, one of the cardinal visions of Anambra State government under the administration of Chief Willie Obiano, is to ensure the security of life and property. And that, I think, is the objective of every government establishment. And in line with that, the government of Anambra State has made the state itself a very secure environment for people to come home to invest. Not only in Anambra, in diaspora, come home to invest, but the security already existing in Anambra has attracted international organizations, international personnel, companies to invest in Anambra State. And as it is, Anambra in Nigeria is described as the most secure state in this country. We also share the vision of maximizing the potentials of the diaspora and encourage them to participate actively in politics and other meaningful socio-economic activities that will promote good health and better livelihood for our citizenry.
Despite the challenges faced due to the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic, we did not relent in our effort to ensure that we set up a platform that we can use to engage with our people in diaspora. And I want to sincerely thank His Excellency, the Governor of Adamawa State, Right Honorable Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri, for the opportunity given to me to serve as the State Focal Point Officer during the COVID-19 pandemic. We were able to hold several meetings on Zoom with our citizens in diaspora, due to which we were able to achieve a lot. The following are modest achievements in the period under the review. 1. Creation of Adamawa State Indigenous in Diaspora database portal to effectively collaborate in the area of community development. About 100 Adamawa State indigenous were captured in the database. 2. Creation of forum on social media to share ideas on designing a development roadmap for the actualization of the 11-point agenda of Excellency, Executive Governor of Adamawa State. 3. Presentation of palliative, such as personal protective equipment donated to NIDCOM to the state to assist the government to fight against coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. 4. Establishment of the Diaspora Desk Office at the Ministry for Special Duty. 5. Participation in women and youth empowerment organized by the NIDCOM at the state to help the government achieve one of the 11-point agenda of His Excellency, the Governor of Adamawa State. 6. The design development strategies with our diaspora experts to effectively harness the enormous resources in our dear state for the growth of our communities. 7. Design an action plan for our achievement for the next 3 years. What we intend to achieve immediately: 1. Partner with NIDCOM, IOM, European Union and United Nations Migration Agency to visit refugees camps in the neighboring country of Cameroon to see to their needs and provide support to them to make them feel the impact of fresh air government immediately. Collaborate with Adamawa indigenous in diaspora for the establishment of rehabilitation center for the management of drugs-related cases and other criminal cells in the state to reduce crime rate immediately. 3. Collaboration with our experts in information and communication technology, ICT, who are in diaspora to establish ICT hub in the state to help create digital economy through the use of e-governance to boost economy of the state. 4. To also collaborate with our experts abroad, such as engineers in different fields of specialization that can support industrialization and infrastructural development in Adamawa State.
It is with great resolve that the Executive Governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, OFR, approves the creation of Kano in Diaspora portfolio in a bid to ensure the state government policies and programs related to its citizens in diaspora are observed with all sense of ownership and responsibility. And the portfolio also covers foreign investment, but with much emphasis on Kano State citizens in diaspora. We have some objectives for my office, which is 1, to collaborate with NIDCOM in all activities and roadmap for diaspora communities, create a rich database network for all Kano citizens in diaspora, work with already set up structure of citizens in diaspora to harmonize initiatives and programs for the development of Kano State. We already have a diasporas forum, which we have diaspora participants from different countries of the world that we normally exchange discussions. We have about 100 diasporas as of today. So far, we have received the proposed draft for Kano State Bill, which we have already shared with our diaspora for their inputs. We are hoping by next week, when we get their response, we are taking it back to the Commission and Commissioner of Justice so that we can take it to our governor for his own approval. But we've gone far on this diaspora bill as at now. Everything has been put in place. The governor is really giving us his full support. And because of his interest, that was why we set up a 25-man committee on this diaspora bill, which we have already collected a draft proposal, and it has been shared to all the diasporas in Kano State citizens for their own inputs.
We in Nasarawa State are on the close track of our returnees before, during, and after the peak of the pandemic. And I'm glad to express that none of our children living in diaspora were stranded or struck by COVID-19. We worked closely with the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and other frontliners to ensure that proper safety measures were in place to screen and isolate any returnee from Nasarawa State where necessary. Furthermore, I must commend the efforts of the organizers of this second summit because it is apt and timely, considering our present predicament and the current economic downturn resulting from the global pandemic. Having said that, the brief activities of diaspora in Nasarawa State, Nigeria as a pioneer focal point person representing Nigeria Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM in Nasarawa State. The activities of NIDCOM in Nasarawa State have been characterized by so many challenges.
to mention few. One, ranging from lack of database, Nasarawa State indigenes in diaspora. Two, the inability to reach out to them in their various countries, amongst other challenges. These challenges erupt as a result of the historic injustice, transparency, accountability, and insincerity. To overcome some of these challenges, we have created social media platforms such as Facebook account and Twitter handle to enable us to propagate and project the activities of Nasarawa State in order to encourage our children living in diaspora and give them new hope and assurance of their well-being. We are also working assiduously with other multi-stakeholders on the need to develop new strategies of getting them to come and invest in different fields of human endeavors for the economic development of our darling state and by extension Nigeria. I wish to categorically express here that our success will not be in existence without the input of my principal, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi A. Sule. He has been on standby to support us at all levels. As an industrialist, he is committed to working hand in hand with the Commission to see that Nasarawa State becomes an industrial hub, and this, he believes, can be easily achieved with the collaboration and coordinated efforts of our sons and daughters in diaspora.
During the partial lockdown due to COVID-19 pandemic, the diasporans contributed palliatives to help alleviate the hardship. They also contributed greatly to the just concluded Edo governorship elections. We always have virtual meetings with Edos in diaspora, which His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Norerase of Basaki, sometimes participates in, and sometimes there's a question and answers session with the wife of the governor, Her Excellency Mrs. Betsy of Basaki, with the diasporans. And our diasporans, they are encouraged to invest in Edo, and some of them already have. They have established oil palm farms.
It is my pleasure and great honor to be invited yet again to this summit, second in the series, and opportunities to mention a few things we have done so far in Ondo State. We are all aware of the toll COVID-19 pandemic has taken on our citizens, both at home and in the diaspora. This was the face of xenophobic attacks in South Africa and those who had been placed under lock and key in Lebanon. However, we are able to take some giant strides with the cooperation of the Ondo State Governor, the federal government, NICOM, and IOM. One, rehabilitation and reintegration of Ondo State returnees from South Africa. In the wake of the xenophobic attacks on Nigerians in South Africa, 35 state indigenes were among the returnees, which included both captured by NIDCOM that was sent to us and those Ondo State indigenes in South Africa that were able to claim and prove to us that they were from Ondo State. 35 of them fell into this category. The Ondo State Governor, Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu SCN, immediately approved the sum of 100,000 naira each for all of them to enable them settle down. They were also helped to go to their various local government areas while grants were given to them to engage in whatever business they were competent for through the Ondo State Microcredit Agency. We are in touch with them, and I'm happy to inform you that they are happily settled in their new life
back in their country and in their home state. Our returnees from Libya and Lebanon would not have been able to find their way back home without the intervention of our Mama Diaspora, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, Executive Chairman Lincoln, and IOM. Let me therefore use this opportunity to acknowledge our brothers and sisters in the diaspora who assisted us in the just concluded election where His Excellency Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu SAN was declared winner.
The focal point office in Osun came into existence with the call from NITCOM for the establishment of a focal point office in February this year. We had not yet caught our first tooth when the COVID-19 broke out. Nonetheless, we still managed to hit the ground moving, not running. A letter was issued in February and sent to all individuals and organizations in diaspora we could reach to introduce the office and the officer in charge to them. This was widely circulated and it was positive, and it got positive response from them. At the inception of the COVID-19 outbreak, another letter was also sent to identify with our indigenes in diaspora to let them know that the government of Osun care about them and their well-being. This was also well received. During the struggle of I Can't Breathe in America, we also reached out to our indigenes in America. They appreciated the fact that their states care about them. The office was actively involved in the distribution of palliatives to 6 local governments by community-wide grassroots organization, a NGO based in America. In response to a letter sent to the governor of Osun State from NITCOM on July 2020, asking the government of Osun State to help sponsor the return of some of our indigenes that were stranded in Lebanon. The office welcomed some of the ladies who came in 2 batches on the 5th and 9th of September 2020. The ladies were camped for 4 days in Osogbo, during which health checks were run on them to be sure of their health status before they were allowed to mingle in the society. They were taken through counseling sessions. They were also introduced to small-scale businesses they could venture into. They were received at a well-attended reception on behalf of the First Lady of the state, Her Excellency Kafeya Toyetola, by the Commissioner for Women Affairs. They were discharged with a token of 50,000 naira each.
Good to hear the productive reports. Let's go on a short break as Boy Alinko has got a message for you.
Ha! Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down. Do you have a job where you're going to?
No, but someone is arranging,
Listen, Alinko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. You know, I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
If you must travel, travel legitimately. And now meeting people's needs is one essential gift every human should yearn for. The Chairman CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, commends Mr. Simon Moses, a Nigerian renowned international footballer, for coming to the aid of the Obagaji Agatu community, a local government area in Benue State, by donating boreholes. The community since inception has always relied on rainwater or water from the stream for their daily usage and consumption before Simon lent a helping hand. Also, earlier this year, he visited IDP camps and hospitals in Kaduna State to distribute relief materials to persons in need. This is indeed a heartwarming gesture, and we urge other diasporans to use their expertise, connections, and goodwill to develop Nigeria. Thank you for giving back to the society. We are indeed proud of you. So glad to see that Nigeria is finally harnessing the full potentials of its citizens in the diaspora, as 3 Nigerians in the diaspora have been appointed members of the federal government's economic think tank. Dr. Godson John Abraham is appointed member of the Technical Working Group TWG for preparation of Medium-Term National Development Plan 2021 to 2025 and Agenda 2050. Dr. Olobo Jonathan Obaje, also appointed as member of the Central Working Group CWG for the preparation of the Medium-Term National Development Plan 2021 to 2025 and Nigeria Agenda 2050, and Mr. Titus Olowo Okere, appointed member of the Central Working Group CWG for the preparation of Medium-Term National Development Plan 2021 to 2025 and Nigeria Agenda 2050. The NIDCOM boss congratulates the trio respectively. She said, "Your appointment is indicative of your wealth of experiences in global business connections, trade and investment prowess, international relations, and product space mapping. Congratulations once again." Thank you for staying all through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to do so, as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Twitter at NIDCOM_gov, on our Instagram page at NIDCOM_gov, on our YouTube page at NIDCOM_gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network on Friday at 10:30 a.m., on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m., on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m. and on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m. and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 p.m. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. See you next time.